All right.
Cybernation Uncensored.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Modiphius's Fallout Pacific Northwest. I'm Darren Drader. I'm the Game Master. We normally roll a video intro right about now, but I have yet to update it with everybody's names, so we're just going to go ahead and skip that this time and save you guys the hassle of spending the 2 minutes having to watch it. So anyway, I'm Darren Drader. I'm a full-time game designer, freelance. Do a lot of stuff with the OGL and 5e, and if you've been following that, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about and why it's suddenly such a big deal. We won't get into that too much here, other than to say that things are afoot. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue with our introductions. Capricious Nature, go ahead.
Hi there, I am Capricious Nature, and my apologies right now if my microphone kind of sucks. I am streaming from my school at the moment because I have work in approximately 1 hour. Yeah, I am here. I'm Bolt, resident gearhead, and just learning how to improve his guns. And we are moving into our season 2. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
Actually, your season 2, our season 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Season 3.
Okay. Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis, and for me, it's season 1. I'm just joining this lovely campaign today. I run the OKest DM YouTube channel where I talk about RPGs, how-tos, go into fun ways to use monsters, all sorts of random stuff. So that's my self-plug. Go to YouTube to check out me and all my stuff. Super excited to be playing Garrick Benson today. Home resident of Vault 2 and very enthusiastic about it.
All right, Raven.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. You can find me all over the internet at A Familiar Raven. I GM the High Riders campaign on Fridays. I just came off of the Team Nevermore campaign, and you guys get another dose of me for Fallout Pack Northwest. Tonight, I will be playing Major Gusset. I'm having the first of the Fallout of this Fallout season. So,
and
here I am.
Really glad that both of you were here. Eric, you are you're the OG now. Actually, it's been you and me since the beginning of this thing.
Yep. Yeah, I'm Eric. I play Regis Mosset, the sort of resident survivor, wanderer, bullshit artist, and I've known, Darren for many, many, many years, and we sort of came into gaming together as kids.
It's true. Yeah, actually, we've probably known each other for 40 years, without exaggerating.
It's longer than I've been alive.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to turn my mic back up for some reason. It wants to drop volume. Tried many ways to prevent it from doing that. It doesn't want to do that. So I'm going to try to keep the microphone level up. Anyway, we are going to pick things up outside of Vault 2. And I say outside of Vault 2 because, as we may or may not remember from earlier sessions, the reactor from Vault 2 got stolen, at which point in time the Vault was forced to begin interacting with the outside world. And eventually they got a new reactor. But it's kind of one of those things, once you open the door, it's hard to shut it again. So all of these people who went out into the world, now they're still. Things really bouncing up and down. That's weird. Volume. Okay, so having gone out into the world, they now have a presence out in the world in the ruins of Spokane, which is irradiated. But so we begin outside the ruins of Vault 2. It is in Riverfront Park, or what used to be Riverfront Park in Spokane, Washington. And Vault 2 is actually located under the historic clock tower. So that's kind of where people generally tend to hang out. Sometimes the vault dwellers will interact with the various ghouls in the area. Sometimes they'll go a little farther and try to kind of learn the lay of the land, or go out beyond the irradiated zone. And the whole idea is they're trying to be a little bit more a part of the world. So over time, certain people have kind of gravitated to the area, which is kind of where Major Gusset has come in. You've kind of fallen in with this vault dwelling group, as has Garrick, who I believe you don't recall exactly what your history is, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So you just kind of showed up to the vault one day. They took you in. They kind of nursed you back to health, and ever since then you've been kind of a fellow vault dweller.
Ride or die, Vault 2.
They even gave you the Vault 2 jumpsuit. You're fully outfitted. So anyway, things get started when you hear the sound of a very small vehicle, like an ATV type vehicle. And a short time later, you see a couple of guys riding this ATV, pulling behind them what looks like a big heavy tarp. And on top of that tarp is the metal exoskeleton of 2 sets of power armor. You soon realize that one of the people on the person driving is a human who has a lab coat on, and lab coat, beard, looks fairly intelligent. And the person sitting behind him is a ghoul. So that would be Bolt and Regis.
I still think you should have let me drive, but whatever.
Regis, you're muted.
Muted. Mute gods have been appeased.
Always.
Well, it's bandwidth protection in the frontier. Yeah.
Hello,
All
Kitty.
right. Yeah.
All right. So, you guys go riding up, and like I said, you got your 2 suits of power armor that you're pulling behind that thing, and it's been straining the whole way back, particularly when you had to go up that big steep grade from Lewiston as you escaped the Raiders. But you have returned, and what would you like to do?
I think the first thing we need to do is we need to go find whoever leads this place. Let him know about the poor kid.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't remember the name.
I would have to check my notes, to be honest with you. I forget his name. Unless you're talking about Rambo. I remember Rambo. No, I'm talking about the
Rainbow too.
I'm talking about the head of the vault. I even forgot his title.
Hmm.
Shame on me.
The overseer.
Yes, the overseer.
Yep.
See, it's been a fun couple of weeks. I'll just tell you that. Um, so yeah, they recognize both of you. So getting into the vault is not going to be really a problem. They let you in, and the overseer is hanging out below, just kind of watching things.
I'd start waving him down like, hey, we got stuff to drop off.
All right, he looks at you. And he goes, well, I recognize the two of you, and we weren't expecting you back so soon.
Bit of a clusterfuck. Apologies. We no longer have Bodhi or Rambo with us. There was a bit of an issue that we experienced after we finally got a hold of those raiders.
Bit of an issue.
Understatement of the century, but yes, it was a lot more than we anticipated. We were not well enough armed, and this is all I got left of our hulking giant. And I hold up the surfboard, and the power armor back there is pretty much all we got left of Mr. Rambo. Sorry, Rambo the Third.
Rambo 2.
Rambo the Second. My bad.
It's too bad. I like that kid.
We did too. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, what exactly is your plan going forward?
I'm not the thinking of this operation. Regis?
Well, I'm mostly along for the ride myself, so I'm at a loss.
I can see we've got an issue here.
Well, the problem is that we've got incoming issues. Not only the raiders, we've got. Do you guys know what the Brotherhood are?
No.
Yeah. You're gonna.
There's some techno-fascists, I think would be the kindest way of saying it, from California. And I haven't seen them in a while, but they may be making their way up here soon. And another one of the wonderful groups from the South as well. You ever heard of Caesar's Legion?
We have heard of Caesar's Legion recently. Thanks to you guys, actually.
Yeah, I think Rambo gave you one of their coins.
Yeah, they were also responsible for stealing our reactor.
Yeah, they're coming up more and more. So yeah, we've got some problems.
Well, I still think that reactor being in play is a problem. We need to find out. I think we know who stole it, but we still don't know why they stole it exactly, do we?
Not to my knowledge, other than a source of power.
Nope.
That'd be the best assumption.
Yeah, it was never clear.
Oh, wait, no. Shit, something about making more. It's why the Brotherhood are up here too. Those assholes are trying to restart an old factory, pre-war factory.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, the pre-war factory, they want to start churning out old world weapons and armor, and that's one of the reasons why we got again just more rising issues. But I'm not exactly sure where they're at, and after what happened at the dam, I'm not sure we have much help coming from Waztec. So. Yeah, we're mostly on our own right now.
All right. Well,
But we have some power armor.
Yeah.
well, I mean, that's great. We sent you out for power armor, and you got it. So I would call that a success.
And one of the sets has actual panels left on it. I think the other one is just mostly an exoskeleton or endoskeleton, whatever you want to call it. Fancy words. But yeah, one of them is mostly empty. The other one's got some pieces on it.
Well, that's good news. But I think what we need is some kind of a plan going forward.
Well, Mr. Big Brains,
Yeah.
it's your vault.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna think about it for a little bit. I'll send for you.
Sounds good to us.
Yeah, sounds good. I need to rest. My uranium bar here is only keeping me so warm, but after having to ditch the killdozer, there's a piece of me missing that a bar of uranium just can't fill. And he's just gonna look into his jacket and just, it's okay, buddy. And he's just gonna quietly pet the depleted uranium bar in his jacket.
All right. He sends a message that says, "Send Garrick Benson down. I need to talk to him."
Okay. Who's this guy?
That'd be you, Garrick.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, boss. What do you need?
Well, we had a guy on the outside who was working with these two gentlemen who just arrived with power armor.
Whoa. Are these two guys the ones that the guys that went out and now they're back?
Yeah.
The ones that were around when the thing got stolen. The machine.
Reactor.
Yeah, that one. That's you guys?
Yeah, two of the
That's
four.
so cool. Anyway, what'd you need me for, boss?
Well, I'll tell you what. We really, I think we're kind of neck deep in this thing right now. As far as that reactor is still out there, and we have a responsibility to figure out what it was for, or if we already have some idea what it was for, to negate the threat to the world that it represents. And I had assigned Rambo to that mission, and it sounds as though he has met with an unfortunate fate. So I have the distinct pleasure of finding somebody else to represent the vault.
Oh, that I can do that.
Well, I hope you can do that.
Awesome. Yes, a real job.
Okay.
So let me formally introduce myself to you two heroes. My name is Garrick Benson, I think. And you see before you a young man. He's about 20, give or take a couple years. And he's wearing, he has like very thin brown hair, almost wispy. A beard that is just barely more than peach fuzz. And he's wearing leather armor, but underneath it you can see a vault suit that is like a size, maybe 2 sizes too big. So there's like tufts of loose suit poking out of his tight leather armor in all the uncomfortable places. But it is not deterring his toxic positivity.
It's almost like we still have Rambo with us, huh?
Yeah.
Got another kid on the team. That's fun.
Well, I sure hope so.
Shit.
All right, so
Thank you, Rook. Holy crap. We just got a massive buttload of -2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh.
Oh no, -2s are good. They help us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not so good in Cyberpunk.
Not so good in Cyberpunk, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so Garrick, I'm putting this on you. I want you to continue pick up where the other kid left off.
Yes, sir.
Try to figure out what's going on, and use whatever help that you can. Obviously, Bolt and Regis Musset have been extremely helpful in the past, and I imagine they will continue to be so. If there's any other help that you can find, I suggest you use them as well.
There was another newcomer that showed up relatively recently, right? There was Mrs. Gutsy, right?
Major Gusset?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if we can find her.
Yeah, she might even know a little bit about the area because she's been out in it for a long time.
Brilliant. All right, we'll get on that. Well, actually, and I'll turn to Regis. I'll follow your lead, Regis.
What lead is that?
Well, I don't know. I'm new. I don't want to step on any
you'll be
toes,
fine,
you know?
kid. I'm just excited that there's someone else to be cannon fodder.
That's right. That's why we're gonna go get a machine.
Yeah. You keep thinking that.
Regis, I don't think this kid has all of his nuts and bolts tight, if you catch my drift.
Well, that's what we're for, and we'll keep him along for fun.
Hopefully keep the liquids on the inside that need to be on the inside.
Yeah, that too.
I'll go try to find Major Gusset.
All right. I would imagine she's probably close to where you left her, which is outside the clock tower.
Probably preaching to some of the vault tech security that you have, or that the overseer has, barking orders at them. You understand that the security of everyone in the vault is paramount. You guys can't be slacking. This, that, and the other. I've been here 48 hours and noted that you have like so many deficiencies. Do you understand?
You get a
I
lot
think I hear a robot.
Yeah, you get a lot of nods and a lot of smiles.
Now drop and give me 30.
You see a couple people drop, and you see a bunch of other people who pretend they didn't hear you, and they start walking off.
Oh boy.
I fire a flame shot at them. At their feet.
They give you a look, and then they drop and start giving you push-ups. But you hear one of them whisper, "We need to talk to the head guy about this."
Glad you see things my way.
Yeah.
Shit. Let's try not to piss off this cannon fodder a little bit too much, right, Garrick?
That's right. She looks like she can be pretty nasty, both in a fight and out of it.
I think that's an understatement for a flamethrower, although that will be very helpful with cooking. I still got this. I open up the other side of my jacket. I'm like, I still got this raw meat that it's not smelling too good anymore. It's been a couple of days since we went hunting.
Yeah, you might want to... Major!
Oh, hey. How can I help you?
The boss wanted us to go out and do some stuff. I don't really know what we're doing yet, guys. I just know that I got a job.
Oh,
Well, welcome to employment.
secret mission. I'm in. Let's go.
That took a lot of convincing. Hot damn, all right.
Any
So-
opportunity I get to shoot at someone is a good one.
That's the best way to look at it.
So I have to ask you this. What direction do you guys want to start poking your nose in at this point? I would like to mention one thing, which is you do know that there is an abandoned killdozer somewhere in the Lewiston Valley that might be worth going after.
Yes.
If you actually want to give that a shot. Although they lost 2 teammates trying to get that thing back across the river. That's kind of what led to Rambo 2 and Bodie not being with them anymore.
We had to leave it behind when we crossed the river, so it's still on our side of the river. We never got it across because we didn't get the barge.
Right.
So that'll be easier to get than if we had to cross the river, because I remember we hit it when we got to the baseball field
Right.
and did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did hide it. Hopefully they haven't found it, but you honestly have no idea. But it is what you would call a significant item that might be worth having moving forward.
Yes. Well, I'd like to go back and get the get the wheels, and maybe we can use that. Hopefully, make our way and find out what's going on with that factory. Might be able to track it down a little bit better if we got something more than that little ATV outside.
All right,
Well-
what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Whoa. With like, I don't know. The overseer was talking about this Caesar's Legion and these brothers, hoods, and seals. I'm not really sure, but they sound like bad news. And if there's I'm not sure what a killdozer is, but it doesn't sound like a potted plant. I think that if they get their hands on something like that, they'd be a force to be reckoned with. What makes you think they're not already all over it?
Well, we hit it pretty well. It's a pain in the ass to operate. Not many people know how to run those old machines, so that's a plus. And if we don't go and get it, then they will find it. Eventually.
That's a fair argument.
So I think that should be our modus operandi first. Go get that back. I still have some food left on there too. Oh man, uncooked. It's gonna be stinking the thing up. Major, I'm gonna be needing your assistance with cooking later. Put that flavor to good use.
You expect me to be on KP duty? That's unsatisfactory.
Just starting a fire is all I need.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah, just set shit on fire for me. That's all I need.
Tell me more
I
about
think we
this.
need to-
Tell me more about this Caesar's Legion. I haven't come across them yet.
They're I wouldn't call them religious fanatics, but they're fanatics from down south. They're
Are they super mutants? Are they humans? Or are they people meatbags?
they're meat bags, smooth skins, and to
Regular
my knowledge,
size or super mutant size?
smooth skins. So no super mutants,
Okay.
but they've got a lot of support behind them. They might look very primitive, but primitive views get lost when you get the numbers, and they've got the numbers.
Well, with a good plan, numbers can be whittled down.
That's kind of why we need the Killdozer.
Okay, let's go get this Killdozer. Grab your stuff. Let's go.
Can I get a nap first? We've been driving for what, a day and a half.
Soldier, you can sleep when you're dead.
Well, I don't know. I kind of wanted to give that power armor a spin.
Do you not see this face? I'm already past dead. I need as many naps as I can get.
I glide over and I kind of like pinch his face with my pincher. Like, oh,
A small piece of flesh just comes off in your pincers.
I haven't
You see
really
what I mean?
I haven't really gotten an up close and personal look at you, at people like you.
Ghoul is fine, and it's okay. At least you're not, killing me. That's how most robots usually respond. So that's a plus.
I would only kill you if you tried to attack me, and that would have been a tactically unsound thing to do.
I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. So let's get a nap. Let's see if we can get some equipment or get our equipment back together, and let's head out in the morning.
Well, I can get your equipment back together while you sleep if you want.
I mean, go for it. Start finding us some ammo.
All right, and he just darts off.
Gusset applies SPF 1 million sunscreen. Yes. It's the only way to protect yourself from having the beautiful features like this.
I'm immune
is
to that.
fashionable.
I am immune to that.
All right.
To Bolt.
So obvious question here: Are you planning on using the ATV, or are you going to go out on foot? Because that ATV can only fit two.
I think we have to go out on foot.
And when I say it fits two, I mean it barely fits two.
Yeah, I don't
Person
think.
sitting on the handlebars.
Yeah.
Put a little basket in the front, some daisies. I don't think Major Gusset would be able to carry Garrick.
No,
No.
and that would make
So,
him walk
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I
Up,
think
two,
we gotta
three,
go out
four.
on foot.
I would teach him how to march, calling cadence the entire way.
Even though Major Gusset doesn't have any legs.
Yep.
Follow my example. 1, 2, 3, 4. What example? There are no legs.
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
But yeah, unless they have another form of transportation or a second ATV or a sled,
Oh, it's a
I think we're
vault.
kind of SOL.
It's a vault. They don't really have much of anything in terms of transportation. You
I
know
was
what they,
going to say, other than a vault.
yeah. You know what they do have? They have a movie theater.
Yes. That's where Rambo got his name.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think that's that. I'm gonna do what I did last time I was here. I'm gonna go to the movie theater, sit in the back row, and just have the movies go on play until I pass out. I just sleep in the back.
All right. Right now they are showing this this old action flick that takes place in a high-rise building.
Is it a Christmas themed movie?
It is, in fact, a Christmas-themed movie.
Wonderful. I could do with some Christmas spirit. And yeah, I'll curl up in the back.
All right, you're curled up. Are you guys watching the movie with him, or are you guys doing something else?
No, I'm taking a nap too.
In the theater?
Yeah, I don't think we got beds. Because if I recall, the reason I slept in the theater last time was because they didn't have any extra beds for myself or Bodhi.
That was true. Then now they have one open bed.
I'm good with the movie theater. I'm a ghoul, so.
Garrick would also probably go hang out in the movie theater, but like actually watch the movies for several hours before falling asleep.
Okay.
Major Gusset, are you going to go set the Vault Tech guys on fire again while they do more push-ups?
More than likely, I'll be berating who's ever supposed to be on guard duty.
Yeah, the guard duty has moved outside of the vault for the most part these days, so they pretty much take turns patrolling the clock tower. Basically, if anybody
I'll probably join them.
The perimeter, if anybody gets inside the vault, they've already learned their lesson. There's big trouble at that point.
Yeah, I guess sitting next to me would probably smell quite bad. Yes.
You should really get rid of that food.
I need to cook it. Don't waste not, want not.
Well, you fell asleep. That's your fault, soldier.
I mean, if somebody stole the food out of my jacket while I was sleeping, then that's one thing. But I'm not going to get rid of it not until I get to eat it.
Oh, it's going to be there a long time.
Partially decomposing.
Hey, it matches me. Birds of a feather flock together. Although I think this was a cat of some kind.
I'll barbecue you for that one. No, kidding. Talking bad about familiars.
It wasn't a familiar, is it?
Familiar?
No, the stream stopped.
Well, yeah.
Oh crap! I didn't even realize that.
Just for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it started.
Yeah, we're back.
It started with me losing you guys on StreamYard, and then it said OBS disconnected. So that usually means connection issue on my side, I think.
Okay.
But it was brief, and we're back.
Yeah, we're back on.
So all is good.
Yep.
Oh, good.
All right. So anyway, you sleep in the theater. Major Gusset is out there harassing the guards. Regis is also sleeping, and Garrick is rounding up equipment.
And then watching movies.
And then watching
Yep.
for hours on end. Yes.
All right. What does he get?
Next up is another beloved Christmas movie from hundreds of years ago called Gremlins.
Oh, yeah. I was literally just talking about that this morning with my girlfriend. So sweet.
Garrick has even more difficulty getting to sleep, and once he does, he has nightmares.
And the thing is that something that looks like the Gremlins probably wouldn't be completely out of place in Fallout World.
Yeah. I think we shot
I
some
got
of those.
Yeah, I got some clumps of hair and flesh in here somewhere that look similar.
Yeah, if that's an eye and that's the other eye, then
There's already super mutants. Yes, there are.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Bodhi.
Yep.
So anyway, the night does go. Boy, my volume keeps wanting to go bounce down. So the night goes by. You wake up in the theater. You don't see the daylight, but it's there.
I can feel it in me bones.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Did he go away again? Still there? Oh,
Who's that?
Good. You. I thought your screen was frozen on my end for a second. I was like, oh crap.
Oh no, everything seems to be okay on my end for now.
All right. Next morning, yeah, I'm gonna go find Garrick and see what he was able to scrounge together for us. Kiddo, where you at?
What he would have done what he could as far as ammunition, and I don't know what I could have done. So I'm going to ask you, GM.
Yeah,
Well,
GM.
unfortunately, the answer to that is not a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, they
sorry,
were
I
short on
couldn't
ammo.
find any spare ammo, but I did cook you breakfast.
Well, what's for breakfast? Yeah.
Iguana on a stick.
Okay.
Oh. I'll better than nothing. Shit. And I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll immediately start chowing down on that. I guess we're not getting any croissants and eggs today, huh?
What?
Nah, don't worry about it. Nothing.
Food's food, right?
Yeah.
Food is food. I mean, I can't taste it anyway, so
Actually, if you go
that's
down,
what happens when you.
if you
don't
go
have
down
a
to the
nose.
mess, they've actually got some scrambled eggs, but you're pretty sure that they make that from the stuff in a bag.
Powdered.
Yeah,
Food's food.
powdered eggs.
I'll make my way down there after I finish the iguana.
Yeah. Mm.
Sounds like a good meal to me.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah, iguana and powdered eggs.
In fact, you're
Yum.
pretty sure that in a vault, when they give you meat, it starts with raw protein that goes into a machine of some kind and comes out looking like meat, but whether or not it's actually meat is highly questionable.
So the pink slime.
Well, even better.
It doesn't look like pink slime, but you're pretty sure that's kind of what it is.
Oh my god! I believe that's actually canon in the games. Hold on. Yeah, Fallout 76 has it, and Fallout 4 has it. Yes, that is canon in the games. It is called food paste.
Yum.
Sounds delicious.
All right, so
that you
scrambled
would ever
eggs,
need
food
that.
paste, and iguanas. Oh shit, I'll eat it. Why would
Perfect sustenance for you meatbags.
do they have food paste in the CRB? If they don't, I
Meat
have
in
to
a bag for the meat bags. I like it.
have- They do have food paste in the CRB. Woo! Awesome.
Woo,
You may
okay.
reroll 1d20 on all endurance tests until the end of the next scene. All right. Oh, that'll be perfect for us hoofing it on foot. Yeah, I'm gonna down a shitload of this food paste. Yum. Fill up.
All right. Well, the overseer he leaves the vault briefly as you guys gather outside the clock tower and begin to depart. And he says, "Well, I wish you the best. I hope you have more success than your last outing. But we've sent the best with you, so I'm sure things will be great."
The best of the best. Let's get going. And yeah, I'll start getting my stuff ready after downing the food paste and making my way out to the front.
So people usually can walk about 4 miles an hour, and there's 24 hours in a day, but nobody can actually do a sustained walk for 24 hours. If you could, that would get you as far as Wasat Uni in the first day, but again, that won't happen. So you're probably actually looking at more like 25 miles, or about a third of the way to Wasat Uni the first day. And most of that is, first you've got the forested region up there around Spokane. These days, those pine trees ain't looking too good. The hills are pretty much covered in this
Eyes?
spiky red viney stuff that grows in the fields. And the roads, well, they're not particularly safe, but they're probably the easiest to walk. There are a number of back roads that you can take, and you've actually got a map that take you in sort of down the Washington-Idaho state line if you wanted to do that. Or you could just take the major road, or you could try your luck walking amongst the rust-colored weeds.
I think we should follow the major's lead. She knows the area well, right?
Pretty familiar.
I'm here. Yeah.
Dice. All right. Survival. Let's see. How do I do? I can't see. Oh, okay. Crit success. All right. What would be the safest path?
The safest path depends on what you consider the most safe. If you walk through the viney red growth, you're most likely to take injury from that. If you take the major road, you're more likely to run into raiders. Which I'd like to remind you, you actually did have some raiders try to stop you the last time, unsuccessfully.
Because we had a killdozer.
Right, you don't have a killdozer now. The back roads are a little less likely to have raider activities, although it might have local activities that could be just as bad.
I think the safest bet is the vines. Sorry to say. Put on your gaiters, I guess.
I could always have Major Gusset burn you a trail.
That is also true. Smart thinking.
That may
Whoever said
attract
that.
that may attract attention from the black smoke.
Yeah.
If if we're trying to avoid the razors, then I would probably suggest that we don't do that because it may draw them to us.
Would we be able to cut a path through?
You could. That would slow your travel down quite a bit. But you know, if you took a machete or something like that and just kind of carved the trail as you went, you could probably do that.
I think this might be the safest path. Not dealing with the raiders would probably be in our favor.
Yeah. I like the idea of that.
Although our legs are going to get pretty scratched up. Are you ready for some pain, Garrick?
Sure. I mean, I don't really remember much from before the vault guys picked me up, but I'll do my best.
Well, just remember, kid, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or cripples you horribly for the rest of your life. It's one of those two.
I'll try to find something in that that's helpful.
Good. All right, let's go.
Okay, you start to walk, and in a very short period of time, you have cleared the outer limits of the ruins of Spokane and are making your way south through the weeds, and it is not pleasant. By the way, who's got the machete?
Not me.
Just for reference, I don't have a buzzsaw attachment. I have a laser, a flamethrower, and a claw.
So nobody.
We get to the border of the weeds and realize we don't have any blades.
I've got a board with a nail in it.
I've got a wrench.
Do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pipe wrench. I got a little knife.
You know, from where you're at, in the distance, you actually see an ancient red barn.
Oh,
Tools.
Let's go and scout that out.
What were those called? The combine? Maybe they got a combine in there. That'd be nice. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Do we have to go through the razor weeds to get to this barn?
Of course you do.
Of course.
It's okay. You're only gonna sustain 2 points of damage each.
Oof.
I've got damage resistance, so woo! Physical damage, 2 points, 0 health loss. Hell yeah. Do you guys have your armor?
I'm armored.
I do. And I think
Yeah.
that symbol means 1 physical resistance on everything except my head.
All right, then you will only take 1 damage.
So as far as that goes, you are just very, very uncomfortable because the scratchy, viney things are just kind of grabbing at you as you walk through it and breaking off and getting into your boots and just making life uncomfortable. It's not cutting you up terribly bad. It's certainly not drawing so much blood that you're going to be incapacitated. You just really hate the way it feels. It's very uncomfortable.
Well, I'm glad I lost the feeling in my toes about 100 years ago. Otherwise, this would be even worse.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having a great time. New friends, new journeys, off on an adventure.
And I think that's a blood trail coming out of your heel, but whatever.
You know what?
Regis, you're not
It's
liking
worth
too
it
much
just
either.
to talk to you guys.
No, of course not. No.
It's worth it.
But you do arrive at the barn a short time later, And for being 200 years sitting out here in the the post-apocalyptic wasteland, it's looking okay. It's still standing. It still has doors on it. The weeds are kind of grown up around it, which is not surprising. Um, but it does seem to still serve its original function. The roof is intact. It hasn't fallen over. So,
Is this the same barn that we went into before?
what barn did you go into before?
The one that led us into the fun house.
No. Completely different area.
Okay. Thank God. Okay.
You're south of Spokane. That was outside of Lake City.
Okay.
So that would be about.
I don't want to deal with that lady again. She was not too pleasant.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
remember that she's actually in Vault 2 now.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to deal with her out here. She gets to go into the vault, and she gets to stay in the vault. I don't want her out here because her and her dad, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names for the life of me. Word document, where are you? The Sladig, there we go.
Yep.
Arthur Sladig and Felicia Sladig. Yeah. So no Sladigs here. That's good for me. All right, let's see what goodies this place has in store. And I'm gonna use a point of luck to introduce a helpful item into our setting.
Sounds good.
You jimmy open the door, revealing a cavernous space inside. There's a little bit of sunlight coming in from the gaps in the roof. It smells very dusty in there, like nothing has moved or disturbed anything in quite some time. And you see a lot of tools that have been, they're hanging on the walls. You also see a couple of stalls where horses once lived, and now there's just bones of horses. But you do see tools all over the place. Things that would be useful for farming. So, all kinds of wrenches, and shovels, and little, claw things, and stuff like that.
All right, let's grab what we can to help us clear our way.
Yeah.
All right.
Smart.
Are there any brushes laying around?
What kind of brushes?
Like the kind that that you brush horses with?
There are, yeah.
A horse.
I pick one up. As like, oh, look, humans! I found something that you can groom yourselves with.
I pull back the hat to show that I'm completely bald underneath my beanie, and I'm just like, I don't really need that, but thanks.
Oh, then I kind of rotate and like, oh, maybe one of you two would need it.
Oh
No, I think just this is fine. And I'll run my fingers through my hair. They catch on like 4 or 5 different knots.
no. Yep.
Hold it up to my eye socket, and then I go, whatever.
You could have used it to clean yourself. Get some polish. Get a spit shine. Isn't that what they always had everybody do in the military, Major?
I am not at some wet behind the ears bot. I am battle tested.
Okay, I guess you don't want to be shiny then.
What is your story? What battles were those?
I was attached to a unit over at Fort Lewis a long, long time ago, probably before you were born.
That would actually be the Fort Lewis Division, which is still a thing in the Pacific Northwest. They are actually much more active on the western side of the state. You do see somewhat of a presence on the eastern side, for instance, Lake City. But so yeah, they're still around.
Cool.
So why aren't you still with them?
I was left behind. I was damaged.
Well, you look fine. What happened?
Some wandering mechanic patched me back up and reactivated me. So, yeah, I don't know where my unit is.
Do you want to
We
go
could
back?
probably find you, your way back to your unit. But I think we'd
I
rather
mean, not
keep
right
you
now.
with
We
us.
we kind of need you, like really bad.
Well, you see, if I really, if one of you guys wouldn't mind pointing with the claw to a switch on the back, I have an automatic recall a button. If one of you guys would, I can't reach it.
What does it
don't
do?
think-
If one of you were to push it, I would automatically be recalled to my home unit. So if you don't mind,
Yeah, no, thank you. We're your new home unit now.
Yeah.
I
welcome.
heartily
I see.
We
agree.
don't want to lose you.
I see. Okay.
But like once we're done here, then maybe. I mean, I don't know what it's like to have something to go back to. Is this a shovel? Would this be useful?
Probably.
Turns out
All
it is
right.
a shovel. It's a type you can actually dig deep into the earth with and displace some dirt if you want.
So it's a.
As one does with shovels.
Exactly.
Oh! I thought you were saying like it was a post hole digger or something. I was like,
Yeah.
No. Although you could probably find one of those here too.
I think that would be super useful for our adventure right now. Post hole digger.
Maybe. Would there be a pitchfork around here somewhere?
Yes. As a matter of fact, there's more than one pitchfork.
Oh. Look, meatbags, you have more weapons.
Okay, we've wasted enough time. Where's the blades?
The blades are not hanging on a wall, but they are sitting in a corner. And yes,
I'm gonna go.
there are machetes. More than one, as a matter of fact. There's two.
Hey.
Oh, you
Nice.
twisted humans. This must have doubled as a slaughterhouse.
Or they just use
What?
them to cut plants like we're about to do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave the two machetes in both of your capable hands because, folks, I actually have to get going. I have my job to do. I'm here at school, and we are going on a biking trip. So I gotta sign off now.
Enjoy. Be careful.
we'll see you in a couple
Yes.
weeks.
Yep.
Good luck.
Have a good one, and best of luck with the shovels and machetes. And, try not to set anything on fire without me.
We'll keep both
No,
safe.
no promises.
No promises. Cry.
All right. And then there were four.
Oh.
I'll definitely pick up a machete.
Me too.
Seems like the reasonable thing to do. All right, so yeah, it looks like this place is thankfully empty. You haven't encountered anything in here, and you haven't heard any movement. Doesn't seem like there's any creepy crawlies hanging around. So it's been a net positive, which is unusual.
Yeah, this will be a good place to sleep maybe tonight then too, right?
Hey, you guys just started going.
What time is it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's around noon.
Okay.
The sun is definitely overhead.
Well, we'll keep our eyes out for another barn, but I feel like we could get at least a few more miles.
Okay, sure, kid. I'll let you lead the way.
Right away, and I'll kick one of the doors open and immediately just start baseball swinging my way through the razor weeds.
Well, fortunately, it is quite brittle, breaks easily, allowing you to cut a trail. Although,
For a second, I thought you were talking about the machete.
That too.
no, I meant the weeds. So the good news here is that it's pretty easy to cut it out of the way. The bad news is that the farther you go, the more tired you're getting.
Yeah.
Because it requires quite a bit of exertion to do that.
Major, can you, like, I don't know, you have a claw, right? Can you just grab this and, I don't know, spin?
Sure, why not?
Stand back.
Yeah, good idea.
Well, I won't spin because I probably won't do much. I'll just pick up the machete and start hacking.
Okay.
Since I don't get as tired as I don't get tired like that.
Well, you're able to move a lot faster than they are, and you're able to swing it a lot more, a lot more quickly and effectively than they were. So,
God, why weren't we doing this to start with?
From your point of view, you're not really understanding why they were having a problem in the first place. To you, it just seems like they're being kind of lazy about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now that I'm not,
I'll be torturing them with cadence as I'm hacking through the military cadence.
maybe keep it down a little bit. We still don't know what's out here, and I'm going to keep an eye out for anything that moves other than us.
All right. Actually, so far you're doing pretty well as far as not running into anything that's particularly bad or harmful, which is kind of, again, it's unusual.
Not that I would know.
Good.
No, you're kind of
Yeah.
rad roaches and raiders and you name it. It's actually fairly unusual to have gone this far without running into something that's trying to kill you.
These vines are actually kind of nice, keeping everything else out.
They are pretty good at that.
They're also good at
Yeah.
tearing up my fucking calves.
There you go. Come.
All right, give me just a second. I'm looking for something.
So, Regis, what's your story? I mean, I heard a little bit, but I don't really know anything other than the debacle with the thing getting stolen by the people. The Caesar's Legion coming to steal the
Well, I like to
actor?
wander the wilderness. Yeah. Yeah. I like to wander the wilderness, and I like to do it in the company of other people that will hopefully, cover fire for me.
Well, that's what I'm here for, I guess.
Indeed.
And how long have you been wandering? You look not a day over 20.
Well, that's charitable of you to say.
All right. starts getting to be a little closer to evening. You've walked quite a ways. You're definitely surrounded by hills that are covered by this red crap everywhere you look. Um, but you definitely starting to realize it's about time to figure out where you're going to camp.
So, since you have some experience wandering around these parts, what do you like to do at night? You know what
Well-
the best? I don't know. Is that tree good enough?
Some kind of shelter away from the common routes or roads would be a good idea. Is there anything close, or what do we see?
You see a lot of hills, which is what you've been walking through for the entire day.
Yeah.
In the distance, you're kind of right now, kind of at the crest of one of these hills, so you're kind of overlooking a bit of countryside, and in the distance you do see what looks like some kind of a rock pit, and sometimes those are good for a little bit of shelter.
Okay. Well, let's cautiously approach.
All right, cautiously approaching, which does involve a major gusset sitting here hacking with a machete and singing tunes while she's doing it.
Yeah.
I'll take out my laser musket and train it on the rock pit while we approach.
Okay. As you're approaching, you hear a growling sound.
Oh, maybe not this pit.
Well,
How big
I
of a
don't-
growling?
You hear a growling sound, and you see not more than about 20 yards away. So this would be about a range of 2 here. A really scraggly looking large cat. It looks like once upon a time it might have evolved from a house cat, but now it's the size of a mountain lion, and it's scraggly, and it's giving you this look of just death in its eyes. It clearly it's hungry, and there's 2 of them.
Lovely.
I look at Garrick with one of my eye stalks and say, "Din Din."
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they'll leave us alone now that they know we're here.
All right, so they, as soon as they see you, they start bounding toward you. So we're gonna go ahead and put them in the initiative order. Actually, they already are on the initiative order. I'm going
fun.
to remove a couple of characters that are no longer with us before we get started on the combat here. Looks like we need to add a couple. Garrick, what's your initiative?
Remind me how to. 14.
14. Okay, and then we also need to add the major gusset.
I should be on there already.
Yeah. Oh, are you? Oh, you are. Okay, excellent. In that case, all I got to do is put it to descending order. Whoa. Oh, why did that?
This isn't Fallout anymore. It's Inception.
Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, let me think. Why is it doing this? Could it be because this is over here? No, that didn't change anything.
The window you have pulled up is StreamYard, not Roll20.
Right. Well, I shared Roll20 to StreamYard. I'm just trying to figure out why are we getting this effect. This is kind of strange. Try something else. No, we don't want to do that.
Are you using one monitor or two?
I'm using 2.
So your main camera monitor should be on your main your wherever you're pulling our picture from StreamYard should be on your main monitor, and the Roll20 should be on your secondary monitor.
And that's what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I can do, though, is I can actually remove that from the stream, re-add it, and maybe that'll fix it.
Maybe. The main camera or the main picture is back the way it should be.
Okay. All right. Let me just... There we go. That's
Yay!
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So it looks like Garrick is up first.
Here we go.
All right. I'm going to first thing take a shot with my laser musket that's already pointed at them. Well, I'll aim first because I know that's a thing I can do. So minor action, aim. Main action, fire the laser musket.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Let's see if I can. So remind me how to do that.
Let me open up your character sheet, and I will try to help you. Okay, so I believe you should be able to just get on the laser musket.
Yep.
Go.
Oh, it's so small.
Yeah.
That one. 2 dice, right?
Mhm.
Or 3 because I aimed.
That is a good question. I can look it up. I have a feeling it. I'm not. Does AIM give you an extra dice? We don't know. All right.
I want to say it does.
It would surprise me if it did. If I can't find the page quickly, I will just say that it does, and I'll look it up later. See under minor actions. AIM, page 25.
Minor actions. Aim. Re-roll 1d20 on the first attack roll you make this turn.
Okay.
Page 25.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming that re-roll is if you miss. Otherwise, what's the point of it, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll. That is a hit.
And then I will re-roll one of them to see if I crit. Right? Does that make sense?
Yep, go ahead.
Aha! That's a crit, right? Or is that the same?
Weapon of 4. What qualifies crit? That might qualify as crit. Let me look that up. It's been a while. Critical success, 13, 14. Rolling the dice. Check the success. Action. Opposed test. Action. Okay, each d20 that rolls equal to or less than your target number scores 1 success. Any d20 that rolls a 1 is a critical success, which is worth 2 successes. So it looks like your roll was actually a 4, so it's not a crit.
Okay. But it is 2 successes.
Yeah, so that's definitely a hit.
Okay, then I will roll my damage.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's okay. Starting off my first ever Fallout game with some pretty nice rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what is your effect on that one?
Piercing 1.
Okay, piercing 1. Piercing, if I remember right, bypasses armor. Is that correct?
Bypasses damage resistance, yeah.
Damage resistance. It does have 1 of damage resistance, so you bypass
Not
that.
anymore, not against this one.
Yeah.
It wasn't expecting that. It's not too happy, but it's still up.
So I'll crank, as I crank the musket, I say, all right, I guess it is mealtime, dinner, and a home. And I'll crank it once and fire, and I'll hit it like, I don't know, in the neck somewhere as it bounds towards us.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'll stand my ground.
Okay. Major Gusset.
I'll shoot out with my laser gun.
Okay, you want to hit the same one that you already hit?
Sure.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Where did that now go? Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay. I think I actually revised these guys on the defense. I did. Okay. That is a hit. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Alrighty.
That's a good hit too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. What does the effect do in your case?
For the laser, it's a piercing 1. It does look like I did get a critical. Bloody mess is a trait. When I inflict a critical, I roll 1d6. If I roll another effect, whatever I hit gains another critical or critical injury.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that roll then.
Let's see.
Six. So if I remember right, it is. We have the dice work. Okay, 3 and 4 are nothing. 1, 2.
It's the effect, I believe.
It's another critical.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, the result of this attack is that you not only do this one in, but you do it into the point where what's left is just a smoking husk.
Major, we're supposed to save these for dinner.
Yeah, there's not going to be much left for dinner on that one.
Oops. Maybe for the next one.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Regis, you're up.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna, pull my pistol on the wounded cat and take aim.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
All right.
That is a hit.
Heyo.
That is a hit, so give you some damage.
Okay. Let's see.
2, but they both have effects. What's the effect on that?
The 44 pistol has no effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nothing listed anyway.
Huh. Seems like that's kind of light on the damage for that. Let me double check that for you.
Okay.
Equipment. All right. 44 Magnum.
Yeah.
Looking at page 91. That's quantity found. Those are damage. Weight cost therapy. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oops.
What weapon is it?
We're looking at 44. Here we go. That's helpful. Damage rating on that is actually 6 dice.
Okay.
So
Ah.
yeah, we need about 4 more die rolls on that.
4 more? There's a 4 more?
Yeah, 4 more. I'd say fix your character
Okay.
sheet too.
Yeah. And... Hey.
Well, hey, I mean it's 2 more damage on that. So your total damage is 4. It's still up. And who wants to run Capricious Nature in his absence? Or Bolt, rather.
I would if I knew what he had or could do at all.
Let me ask you this. Can you actually see his character sheet?
No.
Interesting.
I can.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, I can.
Oh, good.
All right.
Um,
Well, I'll let you guys decide then. Trial by combat.
Oh, good.
probably use whatever he has the most ammunition for, which would be his assault rifle.
Whew.
All
And
right.
to do that would be 2d20.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is a hit.
And then
Oh my god.
Whew. There
maybe
we
I should
go.
just roll
2, 4,
everyone's
6,
damage.
7. All right.
Yeah.
Long story short, they ASCATs don't get to attack, which is unfortunate.
Yes! What are you talking about? That's awesome.
Way too easily dispatched. Okay, you've come to a rock pit, and here at this rock pit, there's a fair amount of junk. Some old cars are sitting here rotting. A lot of rust-covered farm equipment, and that sort of thing. it doesn't look like it's going to be the most comfortable spot to lay out your bed rolls. But on the flip side, you don't have to contend with any of those red viney weeds that are everywhere else.
Hey, that sounds great.
And we've got a cat to start using for dinner. Is it dark out yet? Is it safe to do a fire?
It's getting around dark, yeah. Safe to do a fire. When is it ever completely safe to do a fire?
All the time.
Well, you can keep watch then.
No, true.
Or we could just have Major Gusset. Bolt had this great, brilliant idea. Could you cook this for us? And I'm starting to drag the better-looking dead cat back into the rock pit.
I could hover over it.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Might smell a little bit like rocket fuel afterwards, but
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we can afford to be picky.
okay.
All right, you hover over it for a little while, and it gets a little charred, but the muscly parts seem pretty done.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
Oh, this part seems less burnt and more raw, so I'll go for that first.
All right. Actually, give me an endurance plus survival check with a difficulty of 1.
So I need to roll 2d20, and I need it to be under my endurance plus my survival, which
Right.
is a total of 10.
Well, if
So
you roll,
chances are good.
if you hit that dice icon in your upper right,
It asks me for an attribute. It doesn't
Yep,
let me input
that's what-
value.
no, that's what he's saying is from roll your endurance, select endurance, and then go to the next one.
Oh, cool.
And then it'll ask you how many dice you're rolling.
Tag skill. Yes, it is.
Oh, there you go. I believe that is a critical success, which I believe
Yes.
gives you an action point.
Yep.
And the
So how many do
result
we
of
have?
that is you this yields
We can bank that up to 5.
it gives you some ASCAP meat. The question is exactly how much. Go ahead and roll a d6 and we'll figure that part out.
Because I don't know how to do it in Roll20, I'll do it here. 5.
Okay. 5 is a 1. 1 with an effect is no effect, which means that you get 2 portions of ASCAP meat. Which is great for you
Cooked.
humans.
Yes. Us humans. Us
Yes.
wet bags.
That's meat bags, but yes,
Yum.
that's precisely what.
Hold on 1 second. You need to leave now. Scarlet, out of here. That's my daughter, everybody. Okay, so yeah, for humans that works out really well. For Bolt, maybe not quite so much, but he has his rotting piece that he's been holding on to anyway.
Oh, he wanted me to cook that earlier.
You give that a shot too if you wanted to.
I can hover over it and cook it for him.
All right. Give me an endurance plus survival check.
Bolt, right?
Actually, no, it'd be Major Gus. She's doing the cooking.
I forgot whether or not it. Hold on, let me check something. And survival is not tagged for me, so all right.
Looks like that is one success, so it is cooked. And it
Yo.
smells terrible, but to Bolt, I think it'd be edible.
Hey, we got to take care of him.
Smells as bad as durian.
All right. Well, you eat your bits of dead, large, mangy cat, and it gets later, and about time to nod off. It's getting here.
Oh God, I think I always hated the cold of night. I don't really remember. Well, I'll curl up in the softest portion of dirt I could find.
All right. I'm sure the rest of you do that as well. Yes, except for Major Gus, if he doesn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep watch.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Eventually you fall asleep, and the night passes uneventfully. You wake up in the morning.
All right.
The carcass of that one ass cat that got completely torched, not smelling too hot. But other than that, things seem okay this morning.
Oh God, did we really sleep through that smell?
You get used to it, kid.
I hope so, or don't. I don't know. Let's get moving before something bigger and meaner than a cat comes and finds it.
All right. You get underway again.
Let's give you this to start with today, Major Gusset, and I'll hand Major Gusset the machete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead the way. Clear the way.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am.
All right. Leading the way. You're walking for a good couple hours, and around midday you crest a hill, and you see in the distance there's at least three people moving around, and from where you're at, it looks like they're about a mile away, at least a mile away. You know, you've got some distance between you and them, but looks like three human shaped whatever, not that far away from you, and from what you can tell, looks like they've noticed you.
Hastily pull my musket back out.
Do you boys have friends out here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. No friends here.
Maybe they want to give you hugs.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Maybe we should set up an ambush.
I think they know we're here already. What are they doing?
We know
How do we know that they know we're here?
Hugs or ambush? Is that robot logic or what?
And hugs involves bullets, so.
From long distance, so yeah. Well, maybe they haven't seen all of us, so I don't know.
Good point. I'm gonna dive for cover.
Okay, you dive for cover. They're not actually. They're still quite a ways off.
What are they doing? Can you guys see them?
You see them kind of pass over the hill, walking generally in your direction, but kind of off at an angle. And then they kind of disappear from sight.
They're trying to flank us. Be on guard.
Okay.
Point
Is that
with
an action I can take in Fallout?
I point with one of my eye stalks to the general direction where I saw them dart off to.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do?
I'm
Take
for
cover.
letting them go.
I'm gonna take cover.
Did they have
Okay.
weapons? Did they look like they had like gear?
You could.
I
You can tell from where you're at, looking, seeing them from a mile away. To you, they just look like, human-shaped things quite a ways off.
Okay.
In fact,
maybe we take that. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, in fact, from where you're at, you honestly couldn't even be 100% sure they were, in fact, humans.
Okay, maybe we take the other flank of the other direction where they were, from where they were, where I saw them dart off to.
Yeah.
I will follow the major's lead.
Yep. Me too.
All right. Now you're walking along, and pretty soon you hear a shot ring out. You can't see from where.
Cover!
Yeah, you take cover, but you can't tell where the shot came from. You just know that whatever they shot impacts about 25 feet away from it. And
Yeah, we should.
they only shoot once so far.
They're trying to get our attention.
Well, they fucking have it.
Hey there.
Oh, take cover. Get ready to fight them off.
Well, maybe it won't come to that. Let me see if and Garrett will shout out as loudly as he can. What do you want?
You don't hear a response immediately. You do hear another shot, though.
Oh, all right. Looks like you were right, Major.
You don't know who you're messing with. You picked the wrong person, the wrong bot to mess with today.
Here, voice. What you doing around here?
Traveling.
What he said.
Yeah.
Nobody done any good comes around this way.
I've done some good, I think. I've given
We're
people
passing
food.
through. Yeah.
I'm trying to source out where this person's location is as he's talking.
We can't see them, can we?
No, actually. You're hearing a lot of echoing just because of where they're, where this is taking place. There's sort of a canyon.
Okay.
They go, yeah, only people come around here is raiders. Raiders and other people want to come and take our stuff.
You ever had people in blue come and want to take your stuff?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do they not know what a vault is? Oh no. Vault's been all I know. How could they not know what a vault is? Well, people in blue are nice.
Most days.
We don't know nothing about no people in blue.
Well, I think you guys should stop firing us. You should stop firing at us before I come over there and make you unalive.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you folks who wear the browns and the blacks. That's what you usually do. You come around, try to make us not alive.
Well, I didn't shoot at you. You shot first.
Well, it doesn't matter because you're encroaching on our territory.
Who's us? What territory? Who are you?
That's just none of your business.
Well, then how are we supposed to know where your fucking territory is?
You hear a couple of voices. You can't hear what they're saying. It sounds like they're arguing amongst themselves. And then you hear one of them go, "Well, that's a fair question." He goes, "Don't really matter where our territory is, just as long as you stay away."
You guys want to tell him that we're trying to get a vehicle back?
I don't think we should mention the vehicle. We should just say the river.
Yep.
Okay. Tell him that then.
River.
We're just going to the river.
That river, that's, no rivers here for quite a few miles.
Yeah, we got a long way to go, so if you'll be so kind as to let us go, we'll be out of your hair.
He hears Sport talking. And then he hears something else go, "What do you mean make him work the fields?" "Oh, yeah. A couple of them guys got eaten by Azcats a couple months ago. We could use a couple more people working the fields." And then you hear the other voice go, "How about you forget about that river and just come work the fields for us?"
How about no?
I say we've already done you enough of a favor by getting rid of those Azcats.
You got rid of the Azcats? I'd like to point out those Azcats that you killed now, quite a few miles behind you.
Yeah.
That's okay.
They don't know that.
You hear the one guy again go, "Hey, come on, you'd like working the fields. We give you food, we give you a place to stay, tools. You know, it's not a bad thing."
Show yourself.
No, we're just,
Then we'll talk.
yeah, we're passing through, man.
All right. You see three guys approach, and they're all armed with rifles. They're wearing kind of what you expect from farmers. One of them looks to be about 50, 60 years old. He's got gray hair and needs a bit of a trim. It's got a hat that's kind of sitting awkwardly on his head. Comes walking up and looks at you, goes, "Well, ain't you a motley crew?"
Well, that's right. I'm Garrick Benson, I think. And I'll outstretch my hand.
He shakes your hand. He goes, "Thomas."
Nice to meet you, Thomas.
Well, I wish I could say the same, but to be completely honest with you, I still don't completely trust you.
No, you shouldn't trust people around here. Right, Regis? Is that what you should
Yep.
do?
Well, trust us because we're just passing through. We don't plan to stay.
You sure you don't want to work the fields for us?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, he kind of nods and looks at you. Goes, well, I guess we ain't really ones for making you stay and do stuff you don't want to do. But I tell you that the river's dangerous. You're heading into a bad area.
We know.
I'll look at Regis and say, "We do?"
Yeah, we know. The river sucks.
What's bringing you to the river?
Revenge.
That's not too surprising. By the way, the other guys that are with him, probably his sons. They look to be in their maybe mid-30s or even late 20s. It's hard to tell exactly. Looking at him, you can tell none of them are particularly sharp. Like, they figured out the art of survival around here, but you're not going to have very intelligent conversations with these guys.
Yeah.
So, these raiders you mentioned, do they wear some kind of uniform or just the regular, whatever crap they can find?
You talk about the ones down by the river? They're pretty much whatever they can find. Bunch of scumbags, those ones. Matter of fact, a few years ago, they sent a group up this way. Didn't last too long. And then one of his
looking
sons
out
there,
for a...
one of his sons there starts laughing when he says that.
Well, glad to know that you can handle yourselves. We're trying to find out more about this Caesar's Legion. You heard of it?
I haven't heard anything about Caesar's Legion. We don't see too many people out here. We just grow our crops and keep to ourselves. It's a lot safer that way.
Yeah, I can tell.
Don't get involved with the world.
Yeah.
From what I know about Vault 2, would they be welcomed there? Or, like, is Vault 2 looking for more hands to do more work?
Vault 2 will pretty much... They'll be pretty accommodating to most people who come around. As long as they're not, overtly hostile.
Well, if anything ever makes you have to leave your farm, I don't know, bad crop year, scarce food, a couple miles north from here, there's by that old clock tower, there's a group of people called Vault 2. That's where we came from, and they'd probably be welcoming of you folks if you're willing to work.
Well, we'll keep that in mind. We've been doing pretty good here on our own, though. Just gotta watch out for the ASCATs. Whatever else comes in tries to eat us or whatnot.
Well, if we run into any raiders by the river, we'll try to thin them out a bit for you.
Good idea. They get pretty full of themselves sometimes.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Thomas, but we really better be going.
All right.
On the road again?
He shakes your hand again and says, "Yeah. By the way, the farmstead is about a mile to the southeast of here. If you come back by, just try not to spook us. Usually doesn't end well."
I think we can do that. Yeah.
All right. And they walk off in the other direction as you guys are leaving.
Well, that was eventful.
Oh. every day this will happen, man.
Really? Every day you have
Yeah.
to avoid gunfire, talk your way out of getting killed?
At least once a day.
And hey, you're in the country, so
Huh?
you haven't even run into any unexpected forces yet.
Well, sorry your pistol's still cold, Major. We'll find a way to warm it up.
I learned a while ago, don't have to kill everybody, just the ones that keep shooting at me.
You don't have to kill anybody, just the ones you shoot.
No,
All right.
I don't have to kill everybody, only the ones that keep shooting at me when I ask them to stop.
Yeah, that too.
When have you ever asked someone to stop shooting?
A little while ago, didn't you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. The blood was pumping. I mean, I don't remember having ever been shot at before.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll train you up right.
Can't
make
say
a
I'm
proper-
looking forward to it.
We'll make a proper soldier out of you yet.
Yeah.
Garrick stands up a little bit straighter.
All right. You continue on. The rest of the day goes uneventfully, and then when you're getting pretty close to sundown, you get to the top of the hill, and you're looking in the distance, and you see a town, or at least what's left of one, which to you, Regis, is quite familiar because you've seen it before many times. You are looking at Wastat Uni in the distance.
Yay.
Remember, they're
I
probably
don't know
not
how close we're going to get.
yeah, they're probably not too happy with you at this point, though, because of what happened at the dam.
Yeah. We're going to, go around the edge.
Why? They might be friendly.
No, they won't.
Well, how do you know unless you ask?
Yeah.
We've been here before.
Bolt
Yeah.
goes, not after what happened at the dam. They're not going to like us too much.
Okay, someone's gonna have to tell me this damn story.
Yeah, that's right. It's a damn story.
All right. And I think with that, we're actually going to call it a night.
All right.
It was fun.
Okay.
I like this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
It
so
has nothing
hopefully-
to do with having been rolling only successes all night and crazy damage. I promise.
And I got to tell you, that's actually got to be beginner's luck because that was really, really very good compared to what we're used to.
Uh-huh.
All right, and hopefully next time we play, we Regis Nature will actually be able to put in a full session. We might even pick up another player.
Cool.
We were supposed to have Ellen joining us, but due to some personal issues that family issues, not really her fault. Doesn't sound like a very fun situation. She's not able to join us, so we're looking for one more player, and that's if anybody listening wants to join the stream, we have an opening. So let's go ahead and do our outros, and we'll call it a night. So we'll start with you, Eric.
Eric playing Regis Mosset, and it's especially a joy to be on the edges of the Palouse and what's left of the Palouse and Wastat Uni as we end tonight's episode, and I look forward to what happens next.
And for those who don't know, Wasat Uni, or what's left of it, is actually our Eric and I's hometown. So it's always fun to come back here.
Yep.
All right, Raven.
Hey everyone, I'm GM Raven. You can catch me here on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Or 5 p.m. Eastern, Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm sorry. For the High Riders campaign. Tonight I've played Major Gusset, and this has been a fun playthrough again in Fallout. So,
All right, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis. I've been playing Garrick Benson, the happy-go-lucky fresh meat on the crew. Dennis, run the OKSDM YouTube channel where I make mistakes running TTRPGs so you don't have to.
All right, and I am Darren. I'm a game master. I'm also a professional RPG designer, usually working with D&D or at least with the OGL, which is
for now.
yeah, exactly. For now, we'll see how that pans out in the coming weeks. But other than that, that's our thing for tonight. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Thanks,
See you
everyone.
next time.
See ya.